everyone, welcome to the Gallivanting Soul. Today I'm in the lovely hill station in Maharashtra called Jawar. I started my journey today. The first place I'm visiting is Hanuman Point, and there's a lovely temple back here. As you can see, there's a nice temple here, but the views from up here are absolutely stunning. I mean, the complete valley views. And back there, yep, I can't see too well because of the glare, but yeah, just there is the Jaivilas Palace. So next I'm going to try and get there, but I heard that it's mostly closed to the public, so wish me luck. I hope I'm able to see it, because even the last time I couldn't go and see that place, so I hope to see it this time. It's a really beautiful palace. Let's head on to our next destination. Meanwhile, I'll give you a complete virtual tour of Hanuman Point. So that's the road which goes up further to Hanuman Point, and you got to get off the road and come to this rough patch here just near this wall. I'm presuming there are some people there, so I guess I'm going to be able to go and see it. Let's go. Well, it's a nice long walk, but only thing is it's hot and humid. Humidity is very high. Thankfully, the sun is just gone behind a cloud, so that makes walking a little bit easier. I mean, see, it's all green. It's like some kind of plantation, I don't know. These trees probably look like cashew. Yeah. These all look like cashew. There is something here. There are quite a few people around. Well, I made it to the Jaivilas Palace, and apparently this palace was built in the 1940s by the king, the tribal king actually, an Adivasi king called Yashwantrao Mukhri. And so basically photography is not allowed inside, but the caretaker has said that he will allow me to go inside. Of course, somebody will accompany me. So I'm going inside to take a tour of the palace, and unfortunately y'all cannot join me because no photography. So let me see what I can find out about this place. I mean, the palace looks pink. I mean, I'm actually finding it looking a little pink. So let me find out a little bit more about this. Catch you in a bit. Well, here is the palace at the back, and you get amazing valley views from here. See that? Unobstructed valley views. So I just finished a tour of the palace, and it is lovely inside. But yeah, maintaining it is quite a challenge, I'm sure. So they have still a few things inside, old teakwood furniture, some beautiful paintings by the Maharaja himself. But again, photography was not allowed, so I've not taken any pictures. Well, apparently this stone is called kurunj in local language, which is actually a kind of pink stone, which the guys here told me that it is used, you know, as a grinding stone for grinding flour. So, and it was sourced about 25 kilometers away from the palace in a place called Vikramgarh. So the stone is locally sourced only. and it has this little pink hue to it, so that's why it looks like that. It seems there is some restoration work started now by the Maharaja's grandson, who's now the current custodial of this property, and he lives in Pune. So he comes here every week, it seems, to just have a check on the place. So it's a completely private property. And yeah, they do have all these cashew plantations. Yeah, they are cashew. That's what they told me. So it's confirmed. And I think this is probably the only region out of, I've normally seen only cashew nuts in, grown in Ratnagiri and in the Konkan side, basically, Goa. But this is the first time I'm seeing it somewhere here in this region of Maharashtra. It's because of the red soil over here, and that's what makes it ideal to grow this fruit. So yeah, but this is not the season, so there's no fruit. The best time to see that is from March till May and early June. That's when you get to see all the cashews and the fruit. So yeah, my tour of the beautiful Jaivilas Palace is over, and now time for me to head on somewhere else. Let's see where to go. I'm walking back to my car, which is at the road, and look who's following me. I have company now. These 3 doggies who I just fed some biscuits at the palace, and now they are following me. So cute. This property actually sits on 500 acres of land. So yeah, it's right on top of the hill. I drove down the end of the road, and it comes to a dead end where is actually the dam is right now. So that's a small dam there. It's the Jaisagar Dam and the Jaisagar Lake. It's a very pretty lake, small, not very big. So there's no source of water. The only source of water here is the rains, and because there's no river or anything here. And this is to provide, to help the local people's water needs. So this dam suffices for the entire year for the local population here. And it's pretty picturesque actually, and just as I remember it. So it seems last week the dam was overflowing because it was still raining quite a bit till last week, but now it's already the first week of October and the rains have now reduced. So yeah, it's not as much. But I wanted to come here when it was raining, but I was a little late. Unfortunately, I had to cancel my plans not once but twice. But I'm glad I finally made it. Otherwise, it would be another year's wait before I could come here. Because the best time to come here is in the monsoon. I mean, it is so green. If you love greenery, I think, and looking for a short getaway, this is another place that I would recommend. You can hear some kids back there. There's a group of kids there happily playing in the water. They are enjoying a nice swim on a hot day. I wish I could do that right now. Well, now that it's almost 3 o'clock and I haven't had anything since morning. I carried sandwiches for my breakfast, but I didn't eat them because I drove straight through. And I have some lunch with me, so let me find a nice spot to go and enjoy my lunch. And then I think I'll head back to the hotel and chill for a bit before going for the sunset. Well, I found a nice spot to sit right next to the lake on a rock with shade from this tree. And now I am going to enjoy my lunch. I can just hear a little traffic, but other than that, there are some buffaloes moving here and there are kids playing in the background. I have my lunch from home. Some lovely Thai veg fried rice, which my daughter made for me. So yeah, this is specially made by her. So time for me to tuck in and enjoy my lunch. Except for the heat, Otherwise, honestly, there's nothing like this atmosphere. She makes this really well. Well, who says you can't have a picnic by yourself? I'm enjoying a picnic by myself. I think that's the best thing about solo traveling. Sometimes, you learn to enjoy your own company. You don't always need people to rely on to make you happy. You can find and do things what make you happy. These are the things that make me happy. Being outdoors, sitting in nature, enjoying a nice lunch. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything more. And without anybody yakking too much, except you guys have to put up with me talking. I can hear some frogs in the water. The water is just here. There's some frogs croaking. Well, I have some cows and bulls joining me for lunch, I guess. Well, I just took a 15-minute nap and I woke up to thunder and lightning. I mean, I set my alarm to go to Sunset Point, but look at the weather. Oh my god, the rain gods have heard my prayers. Crazy, absolutely crazy. I mean, I couldn't even open the window to come into the balcony. It was pouring so heavily. Now it is eased off, it's come down a little slower, but it's still raining and the skies are full. I mean, who'll say like about an hour ago I was sweating and it was blue skies and now they're just grey. It's just crazy how the weather has suddenly changed. So I guess I'm gonna hang around in the hotel. Let's see what happens. And oh, there comes the spray. It's quite windy too. But yeah, the weather has changed and it's become so much cooler. Well, since the rain eased off a bit, I decided to come out and enjoy a nice drive. So I've come to Sunset Point and I just parked my car there. And now I am walking to Sunset Point, which is just behind here. I guess people must be wondering, like, am I crazy to go to Sunset Point when there's no sun? It's all gone behind the clouds. Sunset Point, but no sun. But the views are stunning, so I'm going to show you how this place actually looks. You get a view of the entire valley right around. I mean, just see the whole place you can see. I'm so glad I came. I mean, luckily it eased off. It just came down to a fine drizzle, so I could come here and still see this place. Otherwise, tomorrow morning would have been quite a rush, and it won't be the same. It is Sunset Point, so you got to come here at sunset. It's still lightning. 11:30 in the evening and it is pouring like crazy. The rains have started again and I am so tempted to go and play in the rain because I haven't done that this season. Besides the trek which I did and got a bit wet and played in the waterfall, I haven't actually gone and got soaked in the rain, and I am so tempted to do that right now. So let's see, will I do it or will I not? Because this is the last of the monsoon I'm going to get to enjoy. After this, it's gone. It's another almost 1 year's wait. Let's see. The rain is almost gone. And this is my dinner for tonight, a traditional Maharashtrian meal which I love to enjoy. This is pitla. It's made out of chickpea flour, besan atta as we call it, and it's seasoned with spices and it's really delicious. And this is another fiery chutney. It's called thesa, which is just chilies and groundnuts. And thesa in Marathi means to pound, to smash, and that's what this is. This is just all smashed. And these are bhakris. So this is a rice bhakri, a rice hand bread. And this is nachni, which is again another different kind of grain, the red grain. It's very healthy. Hey everyone, good morning, and it's day 2 in Jawar. I am all set and packed and I've just checked out of my lovely lake facing room, and I am headed off in another direction actually, to explore another place which is very close from here. So, well, the only thing that I missed out yesterday was showing y'all a beautiful waterfall which is a must visit in this area. But the reason why I didn't show it to you yesterday was because it's on my route, so it didn't make sense for me to drive 15 kilometers one way from the hotel. So hence I saved it for the morning. So I'm on my way now to that beautiful waterfall. But before that, let me give you a quick tour of my lovely hotel here. And if you're ever in this area, I would definitely recommend coming here because the views are absolutely stunning. So, well, let's go take a quick tour and then let me hit the road. Let's go. When I came in a big group, we used to sit here and have our meals, and there's a small children's garden also, play area there. Let me give you a tour of my room. And it has a balcony with a view of the lake. Okay, so this is an AC family room for 4 people. So, see, there are 2 double beds here, and the room is very spacious. And all the washrooms are big, so they are all very spacious and similar. If you're here on a budget, even a non-AC room, if you're looking for, this is how it looks. These don't have a balcony view, these are garden facing. Here because the views were so stunning, I just couldn't stop myself. I mean, just look at this. Just lush green meadows. The drive is so beautiful towards the waterfall. And we have someone here busy gazing his cattle. You just hear birds. Okay, there's a cock crowing in the background. That's what I love the best about road trips is that, I can just stop anywhere I want like that, and, of course pull over the car in a safe place, but enjoy these views. You don't have to always run with a plan or with an agenda. Just go with the flow. And that's what I love about solo traveling, is because I don't have to go as per the others' plan. Sometimes not everybody agrees and feels the same way as you do. So yes, while this makes me happy, it probably doesn't to everybody. So, well, to each his own. But so yeah, let me give you a quick glimpse of this place. I finally reached the waterfall, and I am the only one around. There you have it. In monsoon, the flow is even more heavier. But I'm just happy to see it, and yeah, I'll probably put in some pictures from my earlier trip. I think I'm going to end my Jawar vlog over here, because I am now proceeding to my next destination, and I've covered everything almost in Jawar. So hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Guys, I really sweated it out yesterday. एक like तो ज़रूर बनता है. Well, look forward to the next episode in another destination. Well, that's it from me. This is the Gallivanting Soul signing off from Jawar at the beautiful Dhabosa waterfall. See you next time. Bye-bye. Cheers.